water real quick. Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right, sweet. All right, it's Mitch Nims here with Justin Steele of the Chicago Cubs. Thanks for joining us, Justin.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, welcome to the Dingers podcast. Man, let's just get right into it. You're in a long list of Chicago Cubs who have made their major league debut this season. We have you, McGill, Keegan Thompson, Tommy Nance, PJ Higgins, Corey Abbott. Just name a few. The list could go on this year of all the guys that have made their debut this season. How does it feel to have all your hard work kind of pay off now making it to the major leagues this year?
It's an unreal feeling to see your lifelong dream come true, honestly. It was surreal when it finally happened. I remember I came back in the dugout. The first thing I did was I hugged Abbott because me and him just came through all the minor leagues together. It was a wholesome moment. Just me and him being together when we were 18 years old in Arizona, first drafted, not having a clue what was going on. And then, we found ourselves there. It was a really cool moment.
Yeah, speak into that a little bit, because that was one of my questions I had for later was, it seems like you and Adbert kind of have a special bond. You guys have each other's back. You guys have gone through the ranks together. Talk about what that kind of means to you of have somebody in the show, in with you together that has your back and can kind of help you even through the struggles and celebrate the successes.
Coming into professional baseball when I was 18, first drafted in Arizona, playing rookie ball. I had no clue as to how many Latin players there actually were that played professional baseball. And when I first got there, Abbott was one of the first Latino players that I met, and he spoke really good English right away. And he'd always come up, talk to me and stuff. And me and him just really hit it off at a young age when we were 18. And then he was a starting pitcher, and I was a starting pitcher also. So me and him was always in the rotation together in Arizona, and then we went to Eugene, South Bend, Myrtle, and then I ended up having to have Tommy John, and he proceeded to go through the system and then make it to the big leagues. But we always kept in touch. He lives in Arizona. Like, we're always hanging out outside the field. He's just a beautiful human being, just a great dude. Somebody, I was at his wedding. He can definitely plan on being at mine. Just a great dude. Like I said, one of the first Latin players I met when I came into professional baseball, and it was just one of the guys I just kind of, gravitated towards. His energy's just contagious. Just a great dude.
Yeah, I mean, we love Adbert here at the Dingers podcast, and I love, just like on Twitter, every single day he posts is like kind of putting out that positive vibe every day, no matter what. He's there to kind of get Cubs fandom in the right direction of like, no, we need to be there to support and learn from our struggles and find positivity in everything. And I love it. I love what he provides. And I think he's going to be a great asset to the Chicago Cubs, you and him together up there in the future. Growing up in baseball, what other positions did you play besides when you weren't pitching?
So if it was day after I pitched and we had a game, I would always play first, so I wouldn't have to throw the ball that far. And then if it had been a little bit since I pitched, I played whoever, like I would play in the outfield, and usually whoever's position I was playing in the outfield, they were pitching that game. So it kind of always worked out like that.
So are you a pitcher that can rake? Can you hit tanks?
I can. It can happen, but I'm not going to say it's going to happen because, big league pitching is a different story. Those guys are top notch, so I'm not going to, put my name out there, saying that I was going to go up and rake big league pitching, because that's not the case. But I can swing the bat. I was going to go to Southern Miss as a two-way guy.
Awesome. Now I hear you're a big video game guy.
Yep.
What video games do you play?
I've been playing the show a lot lately. I've been doing the Diamond Dynasty. I've been really trying to get all the all-star players. That's just been really fun for me lately. But I still play Warzone with my buddies from back home a lot. That's about it for right now. I have 2K and other games, but those two are the ones I've been playing lately.
Do you follow all guys on Twitch?
Yeah.
Who's your guys that you follow on Twitch?
Nick Merckx is the guy I watch just about every day
Yeah.
when he streams. I've been a sub to him for I think going on 5 years now.
Why don't you start your own Twitch channel? Be like Trevor May and Blake Schnell.
It's honestly a lot to carry around.
Yeah.
Especially with kind of like what I'm doing. Like I'm from hotel to hotel.
Yeah.
I don't like have a set place. For instance, to where I could have a setup, a comfortable setup to stream and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe an off season thing.
There you go. When you look at the Cubs farm system and just their system in general, specifically pitching, what's one word that you would use to describe our pitching system?
One word?
Yep.
Alive.
Alive. I love it. Can you dig a little deeper into that? Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, I just feel like at every single level, we have arms that are, bigly caliber arms at some point. I mean, just off the top of my head, Cole Franklin, Ryan Jensen,
Yep.
Cam Sanders. I mean, just some guys I've seen some video of. Like the stuff is electric. It's there. Honing it in and taking the steps you need to take to get it to the big league levels. I mean, all them guys can do it or are gonna do it.
Yep. Now you came up in April, got called up in April with the Cubs. You were very successful. I loved watching you pitch. I loved your passion, especially the Dodger series, getting that out in the extras, just getting hyped. You got me hyped. And now you're back. You're rehabbing after injuring your hammy. And now you're being lengthened out to become back a starter again. How do you think the success that you had being in the major leagues of getting major league batters out, now that you know that you can do that, how do you think that is kind of sprung you forward now coming back and gonna kind of be lengthened out as a starter?
It's definitely helped with my confidence. Going up there, seeing the results, knowing that my stuff plays. It's definitely a comforting feeling, and it makes me more comfortable out on the mound. Yeah, it just made me want to go after hitters more with with the stuff that I have, and I mean I've always kind of tried to do that, but it kind of just reinforced that that's what I should do. And that's kind of what I've just been going with, just trusting my stuff. Making sure I have everything I need to have that day on as far as my pitches go, landing what I need to land for strikes and whatnot. Just making sure I have everything honed in for that day.
Yeah, I was at your first start with the Iowa Cubs.
In Iowa.
Yeah, in Iowa. I was at that game and you looked very sharp. Fastball sitting at 96, slider was sitting at like 83, 82. And you're getting what's the catcher for St. Cloud? Plays with the Twins. I can't remember his name. You got him out on twice, I think. Cade hit Armacio or something like that.
Yeah, Armacio. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, you looked really sharp, looked really good. It was good to see you being stretched out, and you looked strong even when you were in the fourth inning. Looked really strong. What are some things that you're specifically working on now that you are becoming a starter again? What are some things that you're kind of retooling, or are you changing anything, or are you just kind of trying to stay true to what you were successful when you were up with the Cubs earlier?
I mean, I've learned a lot since the last time I was starting, just from all the experience. I mean, just growing up, honestly, you just you mature and you grow up a lot. But one thing I'm making sure of is that I'm getting enough rest, and so I'm definitely one of them people. Sometimes like I can be doing a lot more than what I realize I'm doing, as far as like just running, working out, just days that we have days off. I'm like I'll go golf. Like sometimes I just need to relax and not like let my body actually reset and whatnot. So that's something I'm making sure since I have 5 days in between starts now, is making sure I'm actually recovering the way I need to.
You speak a little bit about golf. So a month ago, we had Brennan Davis on our show, and we asked him who's the best golfer in the Cubs system, and he said that you can hit the longest drive. Is that true?
That is factual.
How is he at golf? Because he said he was like the next Tiger Woods.
He's really good when he's dialed in. when he's dialed in, me and him, we go at it. It's blood out there. When like he gets off a little bit, he's off, and like I like to think I can, like, even when I'm missing a part of my game, I try and figure something out to put a decent round together. But I love golfing with Brennan. He's fun to compete with. Me and him always bring out the best in each other on the course.
Now speak a little bit into Brennan's baseball game, because he is on a tear right now. He did awesome in the Futures game. How fun is it to watch that guy play baseball?
I mean, everybody that was at the alt site last year playing with him, like, we all saw it coming. I mean, he was, what, how old is he right now? 21, 22?
Yep.
And at the alt site, he's 20, maybe 21, and he's facing guys that are just constantly bouncing from the big leagues, getting caught up and down, and that's who he's facing day in and day out, and he's competing at that level. And I remember, thinking once we ended that, got back to, a little bit of normalcy. I remember thinking, I was like, he's going to go back to minor league baseball, and like, it's going to be like a completely different ball game for him. Yep. And that's exactly it's exactly what's going on. Like, you can see it. Like, he sees his approach is just completely different. He looks like a completely different hitter as far as all that goes. And he's huge.
Yep.
I mean, big dude.
Yep. I live in Ames, Iowa, and so that's really close to Des Moines. And I told him, I was like, do not pull a Nico and skip Iowa altogether. You need to at least make one little stop, because I want to watch you play. That's when you came back down to Iowa. I was like, I missed you early in the season. I was glad that I could get to see you pitch at least once with Iowa. Who is the funniest guy in the Cubs bullpen?
Cubs bullpen. Noble, the bullpen coach.
Noble, I've heard
bullpen catcher.
I've heard a lot of people say that Noble can cut it up.
He is hilarious.
Go a little bit further, a little bit deeper into. So I have a son, getting him into baseball, and he's pretty good. But the thing that, like, a lot of young, and even for myself, I remember going through of struggling through the failures of being a baseball player, because you fail a ton. Hitting, you fail a ton. Batting 300 3 or 7 out of 10 times of what it's like to grind through, especially when you get drafted. You're starting in the low systems, and you're kind of having to figure things out going against professionals now. That transition and that kind of process that you went through as a pitcher, to encourage some younger players that it does take time, it does take work, and it does take understanding your failures and how to overcome them.
I mean, failure is just a part of life, and it's not true failure. It's only true failure when you don't learn from it. I mean, if you take a loss or anything, as long as you learn from it, then it's a win. You just keep moving forward. And that's just how you have to look at the game of baseball, because there's so much failure in it. You go through stretches. Like, I remember when I was in South Bend, I felt like anything I threw over the plate was going to get hit. And it was just, I remember it was so mentally frustrating, because I just couldn't figure it out. I was watching video, trying to, just find something. And it's just, it's just part of it. You just got to go through them moments to realize at the other end, what it takes to get to this point.
Yep.
It's just a grind. It's just like life. There's failure in everyday life that you gotta, adversity you gotta overcome. It's just just things you got to go through, and it's just part of the journey when you're going through the minor leagues. It's all that's part of it, and once you make it, it's all worth it, and it's just a huge blessing.
Now you're up to 4 innings currently right now down with the Iowa Cubs, right?
So yeah, my last outing I went 60 pitches,
Okay.
and I believe next time I'm trying to get 70, 75.
70, 75.
I'm trying to talk to the coach and everything.
Working angles. Hey, I think I can go 70.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We're excited. I know here at the Dingers podcast, we're excited. We think that your stuff plays really, really well. We're excited to see you kind of fit into that rotation, and you and Adbert kind of being the future of this rotation. We have, and you talked about some of the young guys that we have down in the minors, like Jensen. We have Braylon Marquez coming up. We have those guys that like, we're excited for the future, and you're going to be a big part of that. And just congratulations on making it to the big leagues. And we want to be a big, huge supporter here of you going forward. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate you taking your time to stop and talk to us a little bit here at the Dingers podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Have a good, when's your next outing?
Let's see. I pitch, today's Monday. I pitch Saturday. What's 6 days from Saturday? So Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll be looking forward to watching you again here shortly, but thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Later.